want to give Grella his flowers because you tipped Newcastle as one of the teams to avoid in the last stage of the Champions League already, and you can see Anthony Gordon has definitely been their talisman. Going to another goal scorer now, Dini, how impressed have you been in terms of his conversion and comfortableness in front of goal?
Yeah, I think to Grella's point, he's sharp. He's obviously played through the middle more in the Champions League. In the Premier League, he's playing off the left. But I also think as well that in the Champions League, Newcastle set up differently. They set up a little bit more counter-attacking. They sit back in a little bit, invite the pressure on because the opposition team wants the ball. And as soon as they turn it over, I had the pleasure of working their game against Barcelona earlier this year, one of the best games I've been at, because Newcastle just sat, they waited, and they went with the pace of Elanga, Gordon and Barnes. They could have scored 5 or 6 on the night. They end up losing the game because Marcus Rashford scores. But it was just sit in, wait, and as soon as they go to the athleticism that you're talking about, Greta, it was like the red arrows. It was like, boom, boom, boom. There was all I was like, whoa, that's a serious team. I think in the Premier League, years now of knowing how Eddie Howe plays, teams go, OK, we'll deny the space. You're going to have to score in front of us. And they rotate a lot. But they've been fantastic. A team you will be scared of in the knockout phases. That midfield, I speak about it for like 2 years now, arguably the best midfield in world football in terms of they all complement each other. All 3 of them add a little bit different to the other person. And they've got speed, and speed kills. And the one thing that happens in the Champions League, which your Arsenal normally are favourite for,
I was wondering how long
with the set pieces. I'm just saying,
we get comfortable now.
Newcastle are just as good aerially, physically from set pieces. You don't want to go against them. And I just think every single one, when you stand in the lineup, and I've been there when we played against Chelsea in the Stamford Bridge, you're in the tunnel, you look to your left and you go, wow, because they're all big human beings. So I think they have that intimidating factor as well, Tony.
Yeah, and you talk about the midfield, right? Guimaraes going to be out for a couple of weeks. I think if they get him back, obviously that helps Tonali. I mean, we've seen Tonali forever now grow into this team. How about today? It was a Dan Burn, right? Yep. Stepping into the midfield and the outside of the left. Like they put some pressure on Qarabag today. Maybe first 15, 20 minutes, a little bit different than we've seen from Eddie Howe. So he changed it up a little bit, but there was 2 different classes on the field today.
This is the part where I can take you into our pre-production meeting, right? Because I had a conversation with the 2 strikers on the desk and said to them straight away, if I'd scored a hat-trick already, would I not want to give the penalty to another teammate? They have both looked at me straight away as if I had said something that was blasphemy. So you tell me, in terms of a conversation between Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon, should he have given the penalty somewhere else? Do you like the fact that there was energy elsewhere?
Absolutely not. Get out of the way. And also, the thing is, they're big boys. Like, they'll take care of it. This little bit of like a he said, she said, that's done within 30 seconds in the changing room. But as a striker, you've scored 3, you're in a good moment. It's the Champions League. And also, let's talk to the emotion of Anthony Gordon. Not sure if he's going to be starting for England in the World Cup. This is a big marker to lay down. Marcus Rashford's out injured. They're both fighting for the same part. I scored 4 goals in the Champions League. If Thomas Tuchel says to me, you're on the bench because you're not used to the big moments, he's like, oh, scored 4 in the Champions League. What do you mean? So there's all these emotions, and more importantly, Kieran Trippier, you know I love you, Trips. You're a right back. go there, head it, kick it, cross the ball. Let us do that.
From the outside looking in, Trippier, Gordon's got a chance to have an historic season in the Champions League. He's among some of the top scorers in the Champions League. I think he's 2nd now. Yeah. Breaking all sorts of records of goals for Newcastle in Champions League as well. He's hot, is on fire as the grounds progress. Guess who's going to be the guy who needs to be hot and have all the confidence in the world? It's going to be Gordon, not Trippier for scoring goals. You're not your right back. So from the outside looking in, I don't know how even that conversation happens. For me, it looks like Gordon all the way. I don't know now if they have another agreement that Trippier was supposed to take the next one, and then it happened, and then he took it.
But you only change when you miss, not when you score.
That's true.
So did you change your mind?
No, I haven't changed my mind at all. But you know what? It's not about us whether or not we agree. Let's hear from the players as to how they reflect on the situation.
Congratulations, guys. All smiles now. Nice to see you've made up and are friends again. What was that all about?
No, obviously, Gordy scored a hat-trick and, I think about other players and, I wanted Nick to take a penalty, but also he's our penalty taker, so he wants to score goals, as everybody else does, but ultimately he's a penalty taker. And listen, football, emotions are high on the pitch at the times, but, it is what it is. He scored 4 goals. He was unbelievable today, and now we move on.
You wanted to take that second pen, didn't you?
Yeah, but listen, I understand everyone's opinion because I want everyone to succeed. We're a team. We should be in it together. But I'm an attacker. I'm the penalty taker, so I want to score as many goals as I possibly can. But I understood everyone's opinion, and emotions do get high. but he's one of my closest teammates. He has been since I joined the club. He's done so much for me. So, yeah, he's all right.
Boxing gloves and then training.
Well, as you said, boys, it seems like it's all wrapped up straight away. But look at the Strikers Union. Tony, look at the Strikers Union. Look at it. They're straight away.
Do you know what? In the other side to it, for Kieran Trippier, though, you are coming to the end of your career. You don't know how many more moments in the Champions League yet. So I understand Trips is thinking, right, maybe this is my only chance to score another Champions League goal. Everybody else and anyone who listened to that was done in 10 seconds. Let the penalty takers take it. And you stay in your lane.
Grella's not buying it at all. Grella's like, yo, he should never even been in the conversation.
It's amazing. We said from the outside looking in, this is the way we see it. It was like we were there. It was like we saw the same situation they saw. Even Trips himself was like, I don't know what I was doing. Basically, I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm glad they worked that out. Obviously, moving forward, Gordon's got to stay hot if they want to have a shot.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see them rolling in this competition.
Tony, do you agree with the context that we should be maybe not looking at Newcastle so much as outsiders and start really giving them the flowers they deserve?
Yeah, well, I don't know anyone on this panel that hasn't really. We've sat in these chairs for weeks now and said Newcastle's one of those teams. I don't think we look at them as the favorite in the competition because there's other teams that I think we put ahead of them right now. But, you know, you'd have to look down the bracket. Would you be surprised? Clearly, they haven't ever been in this stage before, right? It looks like they're going to be in a stage again that they've never been in before, right? So it's a team that's, again, one of those teams with house money, but we see them in the Premier League every week, you know, and okay, it's not the same year this year that it's been over the last couple of years, but talented side, and they were looking to replace a number 9, right? They got rid of Itzhak, one of the best number 9s, I think, at least we were thinking in world football when it happened, right? Of course, he's injured now and all of that. So they needed guys to start to step up, but you look at their individual pieces, and I like Eddie Howe, and I know there's been some pressure on Eddie Howe over the last year and a half. It really is crazy. I mean, you guys would know better than me. You study it more. I like what he's done with this side, right? And I just blows my mind when I hear that a guy like him's under pressure.
And that's a great point. That's going to be a bit I alluded to. If you're any other team now, whether you're Bayern or whoever, you don't want to face Newcastle. They're a team you want to avoid. Even though they'll fancy themselves to beat them, it's like, oh, they're good at set pieces. They're organised. Their manager knows how to win competitions. He did it last year with the Carabao. That midfield's really strong. We got pace. There's a lot of things as an opposition coach, even though you may feel we got a better team, so they can cause us a lot of problems. And to Eddie Howe, the element of that, to me, I think he should have been in the conversation for the next England manager, personally. But it's a great moment for him now to have this team and to show he can rebuild. Because remember as well, even though they've got the Saudi money there, they're under PSR regulations all the time. But he has to sell to keep changing and reinventing himself, and he keeps delivering this type of performance. So a team you don't want to play against in the knockouts, 100%.